You've been here before, haven't you? Not in this exact place, but in the shape of it. That feeling of finally seeing through the lie, of waking up, of knowing what no one else sees. But here's the riddle. What if the thing that woke you up was just another layer of sleep? This video isn't about what to believe. It's about how belief hijacks you, even when you think you're free. Maybe especially when you think you're free. We're going to talk about ideology. Not the obvious kind, like flags and manifestos. The sneaky kind. The ones that wear rebellion as a disguise. The ones that mimic your voice. The ones that feel like yours but aren't. In Prometheus Rising, Robert Anton Wilson gave us a warning. All belief systems are reality tunnels. And the more beautiful the tunnel, the more dangerous the trap. Let's begin. Here's the first twist. Most of your desires aren't yours. René Girard called it mimetic desire. You want what others want because they want it. Desire spreads like a virus, not a revelation. We mimic each other's hunger, not the source of the feast. Think about it. You didn't just stumble onto your current beliefs. You saw someone who seemed powerful, clear, unshaken. And part of you said, I want that certainty. I want that clarity. I want to be like that. So you imitated. Not their outfit or accent, but their desire. Their reality tunnel. That's how ideology works. It doesn't march in with a flag. It whispers. Wouldn't it feel good to be right like that? Even the desire to rebel can be mimetic. You can spend your whole life resisting one belief system by accidentally installing another that runs on the same operating code. Richard Hofstadter studied a peculiar American tradition. One not of policy or principle, but of pattern hallucination. He called it the paranoid style. It's the kind of thinking that doesn't just suspect enemies. It requires them. It tells you, you're not just right. You're surrounded. They're all out to get you. That sounds crazy until you realize how good it feels. Because paranoia gives you clarity. It hands you a villain, a script, a secret mission. The paranoia loop always feels like awakening. That's the trick. You think you've pierced the illusion, but you've just swapped one narrative for another. A bigger one, a darker one, but just as seductive. You haven't seen through the lie. You've just changed its name. And worst of all, it flatters your ego. It tells you that you, yes you, are the last sane mind in the world. That's not freedom. That's myth wearing a mask of rebellion. Let's look at this from another angle. William James said something most philosophers try to avoid admitting. Every philosophy is the expression of a temperament, not a cold calculation. Not an abstract logic puzzle, but a psychological mood. A nervous system, disguised as a worldview. Some minds want order, others crave mystery. Some find comfort in structure, others in possibility. And when the world feels unstable, we don't reach for facts. We reach for stories that match our inner weather. This matters, because a belief system is rarely just a set of ideas. It's a shelter, a compass, a mirror for the kind of person you think you are. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The people most drawn to total belief systems aren't irrational. They don't feel unstable. They feel clear, like they've broken free from the fog, like they've finally seen through the veil. But psychology tells a deeper story. When you're high in anxiety, when ambiguity makes your skin crawl, when your nervous system needs control, you're more likely to adopt rigid systems that promise certainty, even if they come dressed in the language of freedom, even if they market themselves as thinking for yourself. Because free thought can be just another brand, another mask, another cage dressed up as insight. We all want to believe we chose our path, but sometimes the path chose us because it matched the shape of our fear. So when you feel the glow of clarity, ask yourself this: is this truth, or just the best fitting lie for my temperament? The market figured out something dangerous. Awakening sells. There's money in rebellion. There's merch in thinking for yourself. There's an audience for anything that makes you feel like the one person who gets it. You've seen it. The aesthetic of the awakened. Black and white portraits. Cryptic quotes over moody sunsets. The same 5 dangerous books on every shelf. This is the cult of the self. A religion with no gods, just personal brands. The product isn't truth. It's you. Feeling like you found it. You leave one belief system and land in another. But this one has a subscription model. It's anti-establishment in a font someone focus-tested for legibility on phone screens. Your unique truth arrives preloaded with hashtags, an affiliate link, and a 3-step program to help others wake up. For a fee. It's not that these people are lying. It's worse. They're telling the truth in a way that makes it safe to sell. And once your awakening becomes an identity, you'll protect it like any other ideology. You won't test it. You'll market it. This isn't just selling out. This is building a cathedral out of mirrors and charging admission. This is where things get truly twisted. Because once you realize you've been trapped by a belief system, your first instinct is to break out, to tear it down, to purge the old lies and install something real. But here's the catch. You're still operating inside the same architecture. Girard warned us. Mimetic desire doesn't care what direction you're facing. Whether you're worshipping the throne or burning it, you're still dancing around the same symbolic fire. Even your rejection becomes a ritual. You leave the mainstream and fall into the current of a new subculture. One that says, we're awake. One that shuns the sheep and forms its own sacred flock. You follow someone who tells you to question everything, except them. You celebrate thinking for yourself by repeating the same 5 ideas in a new accent. This is how the anti-trap becomes a trap. Prometheus Rising taught this decades ago. That even the act of waking up can become a loop. You escape one matrix only to get caught in another. You burn the map and start worshipping the ashes. So what do? That answer is next. Robert Anton Wilson didn't build a belief system. He scattered tripwires. What you do with them, that's the ritual. He said, "Belief is the death of intelligence." Because once you believe something absolutely, you stop seeing what doesn't fit. That's the real fire Prometheus gave us. Not just warmth or power, but the courage to question the gods and the schematics. Every ideology wants to become a cathedral. Keep a match in your pocket, just in case. Test it. Torch it. Try another one. That's not nihilism, it's sovereignty. Remember Girard. The danger isn't just copying others' beliefs, it's copying their desires. Model agnosticism interrupts that. It creates space between you and the imitation loop. You get to ask, is this mine? Or did I borrow it? And William James. He reminded us that philosophies are just temperaments in disguise. But you don't have to be ruled by your nervous system. You can talk to it. You can train it to wait before it grabs a belief just to feel safe. That's the ritual. That's the escape. That's the gift of Prometheus. And look, we'll say it plainly. Don't take this channel as gospel either. We are not the end of your tunnel. We're the mirror at the bend that says, look, look again, and then walk through. So what now? You've seen the tunnel. You've seen how it builds itself out of desire, temperament, fear, clarity, defiance. You've seen how even escape can be a trap when it's just another performance. So now we offer you nothing. No system, no map. Just a mirror. Hold it up, not to your face, but to your beliefs. Ask them, who gave you this shape? Who benefits if you keep it? Do you love the thing you believe? Or the person you get to be when you believe it? That's where the real ritual begins. Not when you chant, not when you burn the old symbols, but when you notice the moment a belief tries to wear you like a mask. And you say, not this time. That's sovereignty. And it isn't hollow. And as William James once wrote, believe that life is worth living, and your belief will help create the fact. You don't need permission for meaning. You choose what to serve. You decide where to aim. That's not delusion. That's fire. We'll end here. But if something cracked open, if this script peeled a layer off the mask, leave a trace below. Not a like, not a thanks. Something true you've stopped believing, or something false you once called freedom. Let this comment section be a graveyard for dead illusions and a library for dangerous minds. You've been here before. But maybe now? You see the pattern? Welcome back. Until next time. If this video shifted something in your mind, you're ready for the next level. Download my free ritual guide in the description. No catch, just pure psychological alchemy you can use tonight. If you want to go deeper, hit the initiation playlist. It's your step-by-step journey into breaking unconscious patterns and mastering your own mind. Both links are waiting below. Your transformation starts now.